Hey everybody, this is a grumpy old guy gaming, now that I know I'm recording. Meant to do a video today on bowling. We did the Atari bowling the other day, and that worked out pretty well. Nice, simple game. You don't really need instructions for it. Kind of wanted to show you the Intellivision counterpart here on the Intellivision Lives collection, and oh boy is it different. A lot of good to it, a lot of I still don't understand after practicing for damn near an hour here. Every time I think I'm close to an answer, I find I am further away from an answer. But let's get into it. Lime green title screen here, 1980 copyright. Grabbing some cinnamon Altoids. In case you've never seen the Intellivision Lives collection, I'm playing the PS2 version here. A lot of times when it asks you for menu inputs, it's the original game, so it's expecting inputs from the original Intellivision controller numeric pad. And you could actually pop up a facsimile of said controller by pressing the select button. So we have game selections at 5 for bowling or 6 for spares. Let's just go with straight bowling, because I'm not the biggest bowling fanatic ever, and I really couldn't tell you what spares entails. I'm assuming picking up different spares, but that's about all I got. Next question is number of bowlers, and that is party of 1. Slickness. It's a 1 to 9 scale, 9 being the most slick, 1 being the least. Let's stay right in the middle at 5. Ball weight. Choose from 8 to 16. They've got them numbered here: 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. I'm just going to choose lucky number 13. I don't know why I'm calling it that this far into this little experiment. It has been anything but. Inconsistent number 13 is a more accurate description. One of the nice things about this game is it lets you choose between left-handed and right-handed. I'd imagine there's a slight difference in the way the ball curves, but honestly I'm just thrilled that that choice is there. I'm a lefty, and especially in a lot of RPGs, because the animations are laid out for right-handed people, you just don't see a lot of left-handed swordsmen who aren't Link. So we enter, and you can already see a big graphical difference from the Atari 2600 bowling to the Intellivision bowling. You've got the scorecard right in the middle. You're the giant sky blue person on the lane, could pick the ball up there. And I imagine, looking at the different scorecards, that the ball will match whatever bowler you are. But we are bowler 1, and therefore the red bowler. We can move up and down the lane here. If you look right at the first sort of arrow set of dots past the foul line, there is a little white semicircle up in the upper left. That is actually our aim target. So as we go to throw the ball, we can hold in the X button, and that will choose how straight we are going to throw the ball compared to where we set our feet here. We're going to set up right by the third dot here and throw, and we're going to try and get this fairly straight and right down the middle. Try and hit that head pin, and we do. It's not the best throw ever. We get a wobbler, it stays up. We've got 5 pins to pick up. Not the nicest situation to throw at here, but we'll give it a go. Don't think we're picking up the spare, but let's see if we can get anything. Missed the left side pins, but we picked up the right two. So that's a solid 7. Mind you, I'm not good at bowling. I can bowl. Generally, when I bowl in real life, I try to break 100 on the first game, and that's about it. Not super competitive. It was something we did in school for fun. Picking up 6 here on the second frame. Go just right at the middle line, actually. See if that'll curve down here. Missed the head pin. but got the other 3 like I wanted. So 9 on the second, at least showing a little improvement, a little bit of a sign of life there. Throwing again. Not enough curve in it. We're left with 6 pins just kind of hanging there. Again, coming up just above the halfway mark. Thrown just off the left side, and assuming it's going to curve a little from left to right here. Catch that head pin, and we pick up 4 of the 6. Okay. So we're averaging 8 pins a frame here. Not difficult to project our score at that rate. But we do want to do a bit better than that. Slide back over. And again, the ball just sort of straightens out, leaving us with a pretty terrible 5-pin split again. This time I'm going to stay more towards the bottom side. And that just went entirely counter to what I thought it would do, and misses everything. I thought I threw that on the lower side of half, so I would clip the head pin and maybe have a shot at the spare. Instead I missed everything entirely, and now we're in a jam. Come back more towards the middle, and now the ball is curving more. And we're left with a nasty 6-pin split, but at least it's on the, well, it's not a split, it's just 6 pins remaining. At least it's on the left-hand side here. Come at it sort of direct, and only pick up 4. Felt that had a good shot at picking up the spare. This game's kinda going like my typical game of Intellivision bowling, just can't get any momentum. Usually I luck into a strike to keep me relevant. That's not a terrible shot. We got 7. We've picked up pins in that array before. Asking me to replicate the shot might be a bit of a task, but let's see what we can do. It's curving, and we got it! We successfully picked up a spare, folks. 6 frames in, we've got a spare. But it's something to build on. So let's not get too disparaging. Let's just see if we can keep the old mo rolling. Not too much good out of that. Get that left side 6 again. Come high, release more towards the middle, and hope for the best. That was not the best. We completely miss everything because I took too aggressive a turn there. Coming up on the 8th frame, 55 pins. Just missed the head pin. We've got our left side 6 again. Maybe if I come a little further up the lane, throw that. Basically throwing the same shot there, but for whatever reason it curves much further down. And we're completely left in the lurch with yet another 4. 9 frames in, we have yet to clear 60 pins. Well, 8 frames in, we're into the 9th. Not feeling too good about this 9th frame either. Do get 6 for split. See if we could do anything with this split here. Take a more gradual approach and watch the exact same result happen. I think it's my second throw, I'm just holding the button too long on. 65 pins. At this point, even 3 strikes won't break 100. We have yet to get 1. So this first game's going to go down as a pretty low bar to set for improvement. Take out the most awkward 5 pins I've ever seen in a bowling video game. We have the top 3 of the pyramid and the 2 middle pins in the back row left. So we're going to line up middle of the lane. I'm going to throw middle of the lane. We're just going to hope that sucker stays right in the middle there. Curving a bit, and we miss everything entirely. So that was an abysmal end to an abysmal round. Good riddance to that. A 70, an awful 70. Let's go ahead and line them up again. One more game just to try and save face. Go ahead and enter everything back in the exact same way. And we're back into the game. See, you could tell I've been beating my head off this brick wall a while, because those auctions went in super smooth. First roll. And just when it looked like it was going to take the angle I wanted it to, it curved back left, and it leaves me with 5, starting with the head pin, and sort of meandering off to the right of center. But we can try something with this. Just off center, and hopefully the ball will curve down lane for us a touch. We just missed that pin off the head, and quality 9 to start though. Certainly done worse. Even as recent as 1 game ago, we've done worse. Go ahead and start off this second frame. That roll was looking good, and again it backs out on us. Gives us 8, a ricocheting pin stopped just shy of the others. So we're left with the old 3. Just above center, just above center. And let's see what we get. It's coming at the head pin, catches the head pin, and that's all. So 17 through. No! It came back and kicked out another one of the back row pins. Just when I was about to call it at 17, we get an 18th. Lucky break. I'll take it. Third frame here. Rolling in. Missing the head pin, but picking up a solid 7. See, we're at least feeling consistent on this one. It's not good per se, but it's consistent. Catches the head pin, and yes, a spare picked up early. Probably not early enough for some, but we'll take frame 3. Moving to that spot between the second and third dot. I feel good about that. Missed the head pin, and I'm going to stop feeling good about things because we've got a nasty 3-pin split here. From the looks of it, the head pin, the one just off to the left, and then the very far right back one. That's just nasty. Just going to try and hit the head pin and let it all sort out from there. And we missed the head pin. We hit the one off left. But we pick up 8 more pins there. 43 through 4. We're on pace to beat last game. I could say that. Coming in. Ooh, quality open. Catching 8, almost got a kick out on that 9th pin. Now we have 2 pins left and they're top of the lane here. Let's see if we can catch them before the ball rolls into the old gutter. I think we got it. Yep, there's our second spare of the game. Daily record for me. That's, once again, not exactly vaulting over the highest bar. but I'll take it. Coming back down. Wobbling the head pin and it stays up. Get one of the weirdest kick-out pins that just seems to go out of its way to avoid everything. Very safety-minded, that bowling pin. Didn't want to cause any disturbances beyond itself. Coming right for the head pin and watching the ball veer away at the last second, catching the one in the far right corner, leaving 4 standing in the frame. But we've got 64 through 6, and we're still somehow on pace for that 100. See if we can keep it going here. This one not going to be one of our most memorable opens. It's going to leave 5 in sort of an ugly way. Just going to see what we can do with this one here. And what we can do is miss those 4 really tantalizing pins and hit the corner one opposite. So at least we didn't waste our second throw, it just feels that way. 70 pins through 7, and we're starting to feel the old momentum we were building slip away, so let's see if we can get a little magic going on this first roll here. It's feeling good, it's looking good, and folks, that's a strike. We got a little bit of a crowd noise there, a little bit of a celebration, some sound effects going off, and just like that, we're feeling top of the world. Next throw, will it keep us there? It curves off the center right at the last minute, giving us that sort of gnarly looking 6 on the right side. See what we can do with that. Coming at it from beneath and missing it entirely. My goodness, it's been a while since we've missed everything on the second throw, but we did it there. 88 pins through 9, so the dream of 100 is not lost. It's just not very attainable with the way we've been playing. Give it our best though, because that's what we're here for. Take that first roll. Just missed the head pin again. But catch everything else except for the head pin and the one behind it. So if we could just roll a straight throw here, we could pick up the spare and make our way towards that 100. Go just above, and with any luck that'll just curve down and hit pretty solidly. There we go, picked up the spare and moving to the next throw. We'll get our 100. I shouldn't be that presumptive, but I will. Get a little whistle telling us we get our free throw. Nice of the game to throw a random whistle there to scare me half to death. Of course, it wouldn't be so scary if I would have ever got here in the 4 or 5 games I played previous leading to this upload. Come on, head pin. Let's do it. Just once. Okay, a quality shot. We end on a 7 there. It's going to give us a 105. I know better than to press my luck for a third upload here, so I'm just going to give some initial impressions. This is a lot more complex a game than Atari Bowling was. Atari Bowling, once you get the timing down, you can literally play that game with your eyes closed. I've done it. I've scored 120 not looking at the screen. It's still a very fun game to play, and it's the kind of game you could just hand a controller to someone to, and within 10 seconds they completely understand what to do to score in the game. This one takes a little practice, it takes a little time, but it's amazing looking for 1980. You would not expect a bowling game like that on a home console in 1980. You just wouldn't. I enjoyed it. I'm terrible at it, and my phone is ringing, so I'm gonna leave you off here. Everybody take care, and we'll see you around.